Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. We are here because we have to discuss about the Philippine environmental law policies. And my topic is all about Republic Act 9275, Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. The law aims to protect the country's water bodies from population, from land-based sources, industries, and commercials, establishment, agricultures, and community households activities. It provides for comprehensive and integrated strategy to prevent and minimize pollution through a multi-sectoral and participatory approach involving all the stakeholders. Leadership and management. The governing boards will formulate strategies, coordinate policies necessary for the effective implementation of this act. They will create a multi-sectoral group to establish and effect water quality surveillance and monitoring. Management of water quality will either be based in watershed, river basin, or water resource region. Management will be localized, multi-sectoral governing boards will be established to manage water quality issues within jurisdiction. Governing boards shall be composed of representatives of mayors and governors, as well as local government units, representatives of relevant national government agencies, duly registered non-government or organization, the concerned water utility sector, and the business sector. Future public policy. The DENR is the primary government agency responsible for the implementation and enforcement of this act. With the support of the other government organization, the local government unit, non-government organization, and the private sector. Anyone discharging water or wastewater into a water body will have to pay a wastewater charge. This economic instrument, which will be developed in consultation with all the concerned stakeholders, is expected to encourage investment in cleaner production and pollution, control technology to reduce the amount of pollutants generated and discharged. Rewards will also be given to those whose wastewater discharge is better than the water quality criteria for the receiving body of water. Towards the fulfillment of the UN SDG. Towards this end of the DNR will review and set affluent standards, review and enforce water quality guidelines, classify groundwater sources, and prepare a national groundwater vulnerability map, classify and reclassify water bodies, establish an internationally prepare an integrated water quality management framework. And that's all my topic about Republic Act. Republic Act 9275, Philippine Water Act of 2004. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So, Philippine laws and policy in environment. First of all, what is environmental law? So, from the word law, it is a collective term encompassing aspect of the law that provide protection to the environment. A related but distinct set of regulatory regime not strongly influenced by environmental legal principles. So environmental law is necessary to combat issues related to the environment and conservation of natural resources. So the environment is important for human existence. To protect the environment, it is important to have some legislation in place because environmental law provides a guideline so that we can take care of environment in an effective manner. We have different legal organizations that take care of environment and implement the rules. So the RA 9003, it is a part of the Philippine law or the Philippine Environmental Law. So what is RA number 9003? And what are the acts prohibited by this law? An act providing for an ecological solid waste management program, creating the necessary institutional mechanism and incentives, declaring certain act prohibited by providing penalties, appropriating funds, therefore, and for other purposes. So, kani siya nga law, agin mo siya sa mga ginadili. Kasi sa giwan, sa katulungan guys. Daghan sa labi na sa ang problema karon sa atong environment is ang improper waste disposal. So, kani siya nga law mo ni siya mag silbi kanang mag-protect sa atong environment. Kani siya naan ni siya yung mga ginadili nga napod mga penalties nga gina-provide ani nga law. Og this law is what we call the Waste Management Act. Federal Act on the Prevention and Treatment of Waste. The purpose of this act is to hinder harmful effects on human beings, animals, plants, and their natural environment through the principles of waste prevention, waste processing, and waste disposal. So the main job of environmental law is to protect human health as well as the environment. So waste management in a proper way. One of the biggest problems that the world is facing today. It is a very serious problem and finding efficient and environmental friendly waste management procedure is very important. With proper waste management, it will be easy to protect the environment. The environmental law is to make sure that the process of waste management does not impact the environment or human health badly. And also that waste materials are disposed of according to the set standards and procedures. So the setting up industries and manufacturing plants are not possible without the environmental law. So the environmental law will make sure that the industries meet all legal obligations that are required to respect and save our environment. It is the duty of an environmental law to make sure that industries meet all the laws, and they are also concerned about the protection of the surroundings and environment. So that's all for the RA 9003.
Republic Act 8749. Philippines Clean Air Act of 1999. The passage of the Philippines Clean Air Act, Republic Act 749 on June 23, 1999, provides for a comprehensive air pollution control policy as it outlines the government's measures to reduce air pollution by including environment into its development plan. It, it has adopted the filters pay principles and others market based on instruments to promote self-regulations among the population. Emission standards are set for all motorcycles and hard issued for pollutant limitations of among industries. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources and through Environmental Management Bureau or DENR or EMB is leading the strict implementation of the Air Act. What is Clear Act? We will eat is the air that no harmful levels of pollutants. As the cities and industries around the country increase in number, however, clean air has become polluted that is necessary for the Philippines government to the pass a law that would ensure safe air Filipinos breathe in. All.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is about Republic Act 6969, also known as Toxic Substances, Hazardous, and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990. So, what is Republic Act 6969? The law aims to regulate, restrict, or prohibit the importation, manufacture, processing, sale, distribution, use, and disposal of chemical substances and mixtures that present unreasonable risk to human health. It likewise prohibits the entry, even in transit, of hazardous and nuclear waste and their disposal into the Philippine territorial limits for whatever purpose, and to provide advancement and facilitate research and studies on toxic chemicals. Rules and regulations shall be administered by the Secretary or his duly authorized representative or through any other department, bureau, office, agency, state university, or college, and other instrumentalities of the government for assistance in the form of personnel, facilities, and other resources as the need arises in the discharge of its functions. So, sustainability is an important keyword in the design of future society, as the environmental dimension is one of the most critical aspects of sustainability. Environmental problems typically involve many stakeholders and have a complex nature with many uncertainties. This makes it difficult to come up with a consensus among the stakeholders in tackling these problems. So we need leaders in this decision-making process. Leaders should be able to see problems holistically, to understand the socio-cultural and human factors of the concerned community, and to propose a new framework that may mitigate the existing problems and provide an alternative path for a sustainable new paradigm. That's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic for today is about PD 1586, Philippines Environmental Impact System of 1978, Principle of Sustainable Development. Rational and orderly balance between economic growth and environmental protection. PD 1586, otherwise known as Philippines Environmental Impact System, require all instrumentalities of the governments and private entities gawa na. To prepare an environmental impact system. For every proposed environmentally critical project in an environmentally critical area, for every proposed project and undertaking which significantly affect the quality of environmental and to justify why the project should be implemented. ECC Environmental Compliance Certificate, document issued by the DNR AMB after a positive review of an ECC application, certify that based on the representation of the proponent, the purpose project or undertaking will not cause significant negative environmental impact. CNC, Certificate of Non-Covered. A certification issued by the AMB certified that based on the submitted project description, the project is not covered by the system and is not required to an ECC. ECE, Environmentally Critical Area, are deleted, are dele- are del- are delineated as environmentally sensitive such that significant environmental impact are affected if certain type of proposed project or programs are located, developed, or implemented in a ECP, environmentally critical project or program that has high potential for significant negative environmental impact. That's all for today.
So, ang law gid ay kanang na-exist siya sa environment. So, di ba, kung ang environment is very important sa ato as a human. So, para siya maprotektahan, so naay ginakuan nga mga balaod. Lang nag-exist ni nga mga law like RA number 9003. So, ano siya is about ni siya sa mga waste. So, di ba kung atong iprotektahan ang atong environment, so kanit siya nga law, dapat matumi siya tumanon. Na siya yung mga ginadili, so atong gidni siya buhaton tungod kay na siya yung mga penalties po. So kaning balaod ay kinahanglan gid ay nga na pud ay mga penalties kina provide nila para gid nga masunod ang mga gina-prohibit nila. So the law is very important also in our environment.
No, ako po, additional na ako about sa ako ang topic about the Republic Act 1975, Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. Isa po niya siya, nabuhat niya siyang balaod para ang atong mga katubigan. So, aware naman kita na ang mga katubigan is ginaprotektahan sa labi na sa mga organization, munisipyo. So para makuha sa mga pollution. Labi na din sa kaya na bitaw mga establishments, mga company. Di ba needed na bitaw mga tubig nga kasagara kabalitaan nato ang mga tubig ay polluted na kaayo tungkol sa ilang paggamit. So, isa ni siya, ang Republic Act 1975, namugna para i-protect ang mga katubigan. So, naging siya yung mga balaod na kinahanglan nato, protection na ng mga tubig.
Kani nga mga Republic Act, so, lain-lain siya, pero these are all intended to protect the environment. So, para sa ako, really enough nga na-aware ta nga naay mga balaod nga para sa atong palibot. Dapat pod nga ato ning sundon nga balaod kabaluta sa atong limitations o mga responsibility as human beings o part sa society. As kita ang primary nga angay nga mo amping sa atong palibot tungod kay sa atong environment diha ta nag-depend para sa atong sustainability. So klaro man nga ang tao dili gyud mabuhi kung wala ang iyang environment, konektado ang environment ug ang human beings. So kani nga mga law na implement naman gyud ni siya. Siguro mag-start ni dapat sa lower level like Republic Act 1669 is broad ra kaayo, gina-prohibit niya ang importation, manufacture. So para sa ako mas kuan kung mag-start diri sa ato ang country like sa mga LGUs or sa mga barangays diha mismo mag-start ang pag-implement sa ingon ani nga klase nga balaod. Okay, kung taman lang ta sa awareness, then wala tay action buhaton, so mabaliwala lang gihapon. And also, ang mga leaders pod, ila po ning responsibility nga implement ni nga mga laws.
So ako sa i-discuss ako ang about PD 1586. ang PD ang PD 1586 is mao ni siya ang na mao ni siya ang mao ni siya ang balaod before ka mo kuan og project dapat mo kuha pa kag ECC, Environmental Compliance Certificate. Samaan ng lugar nga samaan ng pangpang nga lugar, dili ka pwede ana mo putol diretso sa mga kahoy or magkalot ka sa yuta.
So kuan day kailangan pa siya permit.
Kailangan pa ka magkuha og permit. Aya ka makakuan kung kana siya pwede ba ka makatumba ana nga kuan.
So, kanang silbihan ko na kanang nabito sa mga sensitive areas like sa kanang prone sa landslide. Dili gid ta pwede makaputol ta sa kanang mga kahoy bitaw nga dagko. Tungod kay mo pud may nausa nga makaprotect dana nga lugar. So kung kana siya day nga mga kahoya, ginaprotektahan pud day na siya sa di ba like sa kanang DNR kung magputol-putol tag kahoy di labi sa pangpang labi na mga kahoy nga dagko na kayo di ba ginadili na siya tungod kay mao pud na usa nga maka-protect sa atong environment.
Even
So,
sa kuan day
laot kaga protection pala sa ato like like kanang sa mga prone sa landslide pa. So kana siya nga bala sa ang gina-implement.
even po dahil ka na bitawng owner ka sa usa ka property bisan tuod ikaw ang tag-iya ng mga tanom nga naadira kanang mga kahoy nga nakatarok din na dili di ay pwede nga basta-basta ka makapaputol ana dapat maglabi nagdagko gid ka kahoy ang kuan pa ka sa LGU tapos magkuha kag permit tapos sila pag kumbaga pangutan-on kung sa nga nay paputol mo na siya. So kana na last year nga ipaputol unta medyag punuan sa kuan langgod kanang mangga ba punuan sa mangga. Tapos dili na siya basta pwede putlon dako magud ka siya nga punuan. So kailangan pa day may makuan og permit sa LGU tapos purpose kung para asa kung mo siya. So ingana siya ka higpit ang balaod about ang environmental laws. Even nga property ka o dili ka basta-basta pwede magpaputol labi nagdagko na kay nga kahoy.
The passage of the Philippines Clear Act, Public Act 749, niadtong Hunyo 23-29, lihatag og usa ka konsultibo nga polisiya sa pagkontrol sa mga tao. Kailangan gyud magbayad sa buwis munisipyo sa pagbayad sa mga pwesto o pang mga instrukto nga nakabase sa merkado aron ipalambo ang regulasyon. Sama sa sakyanan, industriya, sinayan o natural na kahigunuan, natural na management management gauna sa inspekto nga pagpatuman sa Clean Act. Inanan ginatong sundon.
So that's all for our discussion about the Philippine Environmental Law and Policies. Thank you.